Mr. Schiller has testified he didn't see Trevor show up to work that day.
Oh my God.
I'll be done.
Where did he get that thing? What is it?
Sorry. Done?
Mr. Schiller, he didn't see him at his workstation. He got a report from somebody else who was on the floor that Trevor was being disruptive. So he finished his phone call and then he went down there. So, based off of everything we've been told, more likely than not was it Trevor who pushed these buttons in. It's his workstation, he's admitted to being there. So I think that he was the one who entered the information wrong. But I don't think it was his negligence that caused him to input this wrong information. It sounds like he had poor working conditions. Going back to the comment Pat made, as an employer, you are responsible for not only providing safe working conditions, but you are responsible for what your employees are doing too. I want to talk about his workstation next. What Lonnie and I noticed, directly across from his station, there were 2 rings right here that were very, very clearly some sort of paint, some sort of chemical. So this corroborates what he was telling us yesterday when he said his workstation was not the same. He specifically said that these tanks had been moved, and Lonnie and I did witness this. And Todd can corroborate this one too. When we went upstairs, there was a back room. Very, very, very heavy chemical smell coming out of there. Like if we would have stayed in there for a few minutes, very easily could have got lightheaded.
I just wanted to say that I use a device that allows me to make sure that it's not just some residue left over in my own nose. So I used this when we were upstairs, and the chemical smell was still strong.
Nice, good. Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah.
If Trevor really was such a problem, probably was negligent on their part for even keeping him around for this long if he was such a terrible employee that he has been made out to be. Then you look at why were these moved? Why would you take these barrels up those stairs to just stash them in this room? To me, that doesn't add up. So that's why I'm leaning the way I'm leaning.
I remember you started off with liable, and then you ended up being non-liable. And that, the big thing for you was...
This exists. So this is what changed my mind. But it was speculation until Trevor testified. Trevor said everything I needed him to say when he told us about his unsafe working conditions, about his stuff being moved that was near his station. That put everything together for me. Vanessa, we haven't heard from you for a while, so I'd love to hear from you.
I'm having a hard time believing anything that Trevor says.
Do you believe, like, the plaintiff's side?
Yeah, because, like, the plaintiff presented her case, right? If I don't believe what Trevor's saying, why would I think that the plaintiff is lying?
You can maybe not believe Trevor, but do you believe our 3 jurors that saw these things upstairs?
But I would assume that they have chemicals at a printing factory.
As a jury, we have to figure out the inconsistencies of what's going on in this case.
They still have the burden of proof to prove that that happened, right? I mean, that's court 101.
I will tell you why I changed my vote. We are a decision-making body, and I take what you say, and Ronald, what you said was very important for me, to reconsider what potential manipulation there may have been.
Are you saying that basically things don't add up?
Much shorter way than what I just said. Yes, thank you.
Do you think we should do a vote now?
You guys want to do a vote?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Wait, can we do an anonymous vote? Because he keeps...
No, are you not making your own decision?
He's like not even listening.
I'm
and
totally.
it's starting to piss me off.
I'm saying what I believe. It just happens to be also what my girlfriend.
No, you got to make your own decision.
My girlfriend.
We're going to table that because that's not what this is about right now.
I agree.
I'm not trying to rush us, but we've got a job to do. So that's going to be tabled. I'm paying attention. I want to do the best job that I can, especially since the judge appointed me as the foreperson. Now I feel like I have the responsibility to lead. James, can we borrow your hat?
You gonna sell it on eBay?
Liable means he was negligent in his duties.
Who's got James's
Is this it? No, that's...
I didn't put an L or an N. I wrote a little more so you know it's mine and it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Everybody in?
All right,
Yes.
Pat, read me off what we got.
Not liable. Not liable. Not liable. Not liable. Not liable.
Liable.
Not liable.
Ui,
Not liable.
tem que ser 100%, né?
Not liable. Not liable.
Wow, again.
Not liable. Not liable. One more. Liable.
Ay, ay, ay.
All right, so we got
Ay, ay, ay.
one person on the fence. Without naming any names, we'll open this to the group. What is the supporting evidence that shows that Trevor is liable? And again, this is for everyone. And this is not a rhetorical question. I'm asking you guys.
Tá?
I was trying to lead the discussion in a way to essentially just coax information out of people to see why they would be still feeling this way. I mean, I'll speak towards whoever voted liable without naming any names. I made it a point to not single that person out because we did an anonymous vote. I don't want that person to feel like they're going to be attacked if they spoke up. I really don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest.
If you speak, it doesn't mean you're the person that said liable.
Well, this isn't getting resolved anytime soon, so what do you say we take a break? Boss, half hour?
Será que foi
45?
Ross?
Full hour?
So 11 of us have voted in one direction, and one of us voted in the other direction.
How is it going? How long do you think this is gonna take?
I mean, who's to say? You know, we've gotten really close, and I don't want to put a number on it. I don't want to put a date on it.
I mean, I hope it's over as soon as possible.
And and I feel the opposite.
Ross. He's the one.
Honestly, I think
Blood.
he's doing this because he wants us to stay here. And he loves this community of us.
Ele não quer ir
And
pra casa.
I understand, but it's a little bit not fair. But I love him, but but I think he's doing this because he doesn't want to go home, because he's going back to heartache, so.
Too aggressive. This is about self-love.
Don't act like anything is happening. Can you talk to Ross? You know he's gonna listen to you. We're never gonna get out of here if you don't get through to him.
You guys picking up a verdict?
Huh? Aiming to.
Just stay where I can see you guys.
Quando é júri
It's a delicate
assim.
situation, because I have to get somebody to change their mind, but I can't pressure them. I don't want them to feel like they're being forced to change their mind just to go along with the group. But at the same time, we also have to talk about the facts and evidence of the case. We can't, bring our personal feelings into this. I don't know if that's what's happening. First of all, I just want to say, dude, I'm sorry for what you're going through, man. I can only imagine. That being said, regardless of whatever outcome we come here, whatever decision we come to, we're always going to be a family. We're always going to be there for each other. It's just like you said there, we've formed some strong bonds.
I just don't know. I just don't know. I just want to tell you this, okay? I know why you brought me out here, and I know.
This is affecting somebody's life right now. This is really going to affect his life. So, we've got to come to a decision.
I just really like hanging out with you guys, okay? So if we can just stretch it a little bit. Listen, I got nothing going on at home.
We just gotta focus, and you gotta set our feelings aside. And again, I'm sorry, man. I can only imagine. But we've got to get this finished.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. All right, let's take another vote.
Okay.
Same question, guys. Is the defendant liable, not liable?
Ronald?
Think he's liable? Write it down. I'll be all right with me.
Wait, okay, liable or not liable? L or N, right?
Two
I know.
real people. There you go.
You want to read it, James?
I'm just gonna mix it up.
What do you got for me?
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Needs to be involved.
First one, not liable. Second one, defendant is not liable. Third one, not liable.
Cara,